Hi Smarties, Miss Feeling here with your space lesson for today. We are starting our unit on space in science. It'll probably be a couple of weeks long, but it is my favorite unit to teach. I love space, everything about space, especially the stars. I just think they're so magical. But we are going to get started today with our very first lesson on I have a riddle for you. It is a star. We need this to survive. Without this, things wouldn't grow. We wouldn't have things to eat. We wouldn't have energy. It's hard to see it right now. It's still there, but it's hard to see with all of the fog and the clouds covering it. If you guessed the sun, you are right. We are going to start off our space unit talking about the sun. The sun is extremely important, and we do need the sun to survive. The sun provides a lot of different things that we need. It provides energy. It helps things grow. But yeah, I couldn't imagine our world without sunshine. That's one of the many reasons I also moved to Colorado, is all of the sun that we get here. We get so much sunshine here. I know not quite today, but usually every other day we have that big, bright, beautiful sun shining through. So we are going to talk about the sun today. I have a great brain pop video for you on the sun. If you have your own account, I would encourage you to watch it on your own, because the quiz after is a great quiz to take after, to see if you understand what the video was talking about, and if you can remember what the video was giving you information about. So if you do have your own brain pop, I would encourage you to watch it on there so you can take the quiz after. Otherwise, like always, you can watch it right here with me. I will turn it now that way, and we will learn about the sun. I know a lot of you already have a lot of great background knowledge about the sun, and that's awesome. You can test that and see if any of the facts that you know about the sun are facts that Annie and Moby mentioned in the Brain Pop video. So here we go. Where's my little box? There it is.
It's really hot and sunny today. I'm putting on sunscreen so I don't get sunburned. You want some, Moby? Are you sure it's really sunny? What is the sun? The sun is a star. A star is a body of hot gases that makes its own light and heat. The sun is at the center of our solar system, and all the planets orbit around it. The sun is the closest star to the Earth, but it's still about 93 million miles away. The sun is a lot bigger than the Earth. You can fit over 100 Earths across the middle. The sun is the largest body in our solar system, but the sun is just a medium.
I forgot to mention, Smarties, as you're watching this, don't forget to store a fact in your pocket, or more than one fact. So I've already heard several facts that they've mentioned, how many Earths it takes to get across the sun. The sun is a star, lots of other facts. So make sure that you are storing facts in your pocket as you're listening.
Size star. There are lots of stars that are even bigger. They just look small because they are farther away. Good question, Moby. What is the sun made of? The sun is made of burning hot gases. It's made mostly of hydrogen and helium gases. Right, Moby. Those balloons are filled with helium gas. Inside the sun, the gases go through changes, which give off a lot of energy. The outer part of the sun is about 10,000 degrees Fahrenheit. That's over 5,000 degrees Celsius. But the core, or center of the sun, is a lot hotter. It's about 27 million degrees Fahrenheit, or about 15 million degrees Celsius. Our oven at home only goes up to about 500 degrees Fahrenheit. Why is the sun important to the Earth? The sun always rises in the east and sets in the west. It gives our planet light and heat. Without the sun, Earth would be pretty dark and cold. I don't think we'd be able to survive. Almost everything on Earth depends on the sun's energy in some way. Many food chains begin with the sun. Plants use the sun's light to grow. Animals eat plants, and other animals eat those animals. The sun also helps power the water cycle. The sun warms water, and then it evaporates into the air. Water droplets come together in the air to form clouds. Water can fall out of the clouds and return to our oceans, lakes, and other bodies of water. Then the sun warms up the water, and the cycle starts again. The sun plays a big part in weather changes. Earth is tilted at an angle. The sun hits different parts of the Earth in different ways as it orbits the sun. That's why places go through different seasons at different times of the year. Right, Moby. The sun is very important to our planet. It gives off a lot of light and heat, which are forms of energy. In fact, people can take the sun's light and turn it into electricity. That's called solar power. How do we know so much about the sun? People have been studying and tracking the sun for thousands of years. Stonehenge is a monument in England that is over 4,000 years old. Parts of the monument line up with the sun during different times of the year. Over 2,000 years ago, the ancient Chinese studied the sun. They observed sunspots, which are cooler, darker areas of the sun's outer layer. Ancient people who lived in the area that is now Mexico built pyramids to honor and track the sun. The Aztecs and other people followed the path of the sun and created calendars. Hundreds of years ago, people used sundials to help tell time. A shadow on the sundial points to the time of day. Now, scientists use powerful tools to study the sun. NASA launched a spacecraft to gather information about the sun. We can't land on the sun because it's too hot, but we can study it from far away. Remember, you should never look straight at the sun. It can hurt your eyes. Instead, poke a tiny hole in a piece of paper and hold it up to the sun. Don't look through the hole. Cast a picture of the sun on another piece of paper. Anyway, Moby, you should put on sunscreen, or else you'll get sunburned. Uh-oh.
All right. That was our brain pop video on the sun. So, some of you may have already known some of those facts that Moby and Annie talked about. And some of those facts might be new facts, which are great. I have a book here called The Sun, and I'm going to read just a couple pages in it. And then I'm going to tell you what your activity is for today. So, says the sun, can you imagine the world without sunshine? Just imagine what it would be like if every day was cloudy or if the sun never shone at all. We wouldn't be able to sunbathe on a sandy beach or see another sunset. We would even find it hard to tell the time of day. The sun not only makes Earth a pleasant place to live, it's even more important than you imagine, which Annie talks about how we need the sun to survive. Even though it seems special to us, the sun is just an ordinary star. It looks bigger and brighter than other stars because it's much closer to the Earth. The sun is about 93 million miles away from our planet. The next closest star is nearly 25 trillion miles away. If you could travel to the sun in a day, now if you could you travel to the sun? No, way too hot. You would need about 750 years to reach the next closest star. So if you could travel to the sun in one day, boop, you're there. Then to get to the next closest star, you would need 750 years. So you would have to first be able to live to 750 years old. But that's how much time you would need to travel to the next closest star. That's how close the sun is to Earth. The tiny sun doesn't look very big up in the sky, but it's really 860,000 miles across. That's more than 100 times wider than the Earth. That's why they said you could fit 100 Earths across, the sun. The sun's temperature. The sun, like other stars, is made of hot, glowing gas. The gases are hottest right at the center or the core. Bold vocabulary word. The temperature of the sun's core is about 27 million degrees. Even from 93 million miles away, we can feel the sun's heat, and we need the sun's heat. Otherwise, Earth would be a ball of ice. The surface of the sun. The sun's surface is not as smooth as it looks from Earth. Gigantic waves of gas constantly roll across the surface. Dark patches, called sunspots, also decorate the sun's surface. Sunspots look dark because they are cooler than the rest of the surface. However, don't let the dark appearance fool you. Sunspots are still much brighter than the lights at a baseball stadium. Wow. Then it talks about how you can use the sun's energy, solar energy. There are lots of houses in Colorado and all over that have solar panels that use the sun to produce energy within their house. Living things need the sun. Most life forms or organisms depend on the sun for warmth, but plants use the sun's energy directly. Plants soak up the sun's energy through a process called photosynthesis. They use the energy to grow, develop, and make more plants. Important for food. Think about what eats those plants. Horses, cows, animals. Think about that some of those animals are on the food chain. So that's super important food source for animals to eat in order for the animals to survive as well. Says it right here. I took it. The sun's energy does not stay trapped in plants. Cows, horses, and many other animals eat the plants. When they do, they take in the sun's energy that was stored in the plants. Other animals, such as dogs and cats, eat the animals that eat plants. They, too, take in the sun's energy. So, and I think that's, one more page. Even from 93 million miles away, the sun produces enough energy to light our days, warm our planet, and power our cities. Without the sun, our days would be black and our planet Earth would be frozen. However, the sun does more than make Earth a pleasant place to live. The sun makes life itself possible. So, thank goodness for our sun. Very important. All right, this is what we're going to do. So, what I need you to do, because it's going to be an ongoing thing, we're going to make a space book. Okay, so what I did is I took plain white paper, computer paper, okay, and I took 6 sheets. So if you have plain white paper, great. If you have construction paper, you can use that. If you have lined paper, you can use that. And then I stapled it on the sides. So I took 6 sheets and stapled them on the side together. Then the title of your book is going to be called My Space Book. So what I would like you to do is, as this is going to be our cover page, I would like you to write My Space Book and then underline it. Our titles get underlined. Then, by, and then your name. And then I would like you to decorate the cover of it however you want. Okay, space related. I have planet Earth here. I have another planet up here. I have stars in the background. I have our sun with our sunspots. And you can see the swirling gases. So decorate your cover however you want. Maybe you want to draw a spaceship or an astronaut. Do that, okay? Then, each page of our space book is going to represent something that we learned. So today, we're going to do the page on the sun. Okay, we're going to title each page. So this page is called The Sun. And then you can see, okay, I drew my representation, my picture of the sun. You draw what you think the sun is. It's a big ball of gas. So you can see I have the different colors, the gas swirling around. The dark spots are my sunspots. So that's my picture of the sun. You get to draw your picture of what you imagine the sun. Okay, so label, it's going to look exactly like this. The sun, and then your picture. And then I drew lines on the bottom for my fact. That's why I said store fact in your pocket. You are going to write a fact about the sun. The sun, okay, I started your sentence for you, and then your fact, and then cups, punctuation mark down there. Okay, so you come up with a fact. Maybe it's a fact you already knew about the sun. It has to be a fact. Okay, not something that you guess or that you assume or that you think. You need to make sure that it's a fact. Maybe confirm it. Maybe say your fact to an adult first. Okay, I want to check my fact with you. Is this true? Yep, okay, then that's what I'm going to write. So you're going to write one fact about the sun. Okay, the sun, and then your fact. I don't want to say a fact because I don't want to give you a fact or you to use my fact. So you are stating a fact about the sun. If you need to go back into the YouTube video to listen to me reading about the sun, and then you can pause it and write your fact down that you heard me read a fact maybe about the sun, or maybe back into the Moby and Anna, you rewatch that, pause it when you hear something you want to write, and then write that down. You can certainly do that. But page 1 is going to be about the sun, and it's going to be a fact about the sun. If you want to challenge yourself, you can write 2 facts if you have room for it, or 2 facts within one sentence if you want to do that. It's totally up to you, but you must have at least 1 fact about the sun. Okay, so that is your activity today for science, for our space unit. I hope you had fun with it, and we have lots more space facts and information to learn, so I'm excited, and some fun activities. So that is it for today. Have fun, make sure you get some energy out, get some exercising in, stay active, and remember to smile, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye, Smarties!